Hi there, and thank you to Grow for inviting me down to New Zealand for the Diversify Your Income conference workshop. I think I want to say just a little bit about what I think we might achieve there. So often in the not-for-profit sector or social enterprise sector, even if it is for-profit, we spend a lot of our time considering our operational plans, both as board and as executives or managers in that space. But actually in the for-profit sector, the board role is much more to think about something broader. Where's the company going? What value does it create? What funds will be needed to create that value? And I think we've been so limited because we've kind of seen in the sort of social enterprise sector, we've been so limited because we've gone, well, there's only fundraising and we've been fundraising for the bit we've done. We've got as much as we can. It's getting harder. So what are we going to do? And I actually think there's something to be learnt from the very straightforward for-profit sector. And it's that there are many different ways to meet your purpose. Now, in some ways in that sector it's very simple. The purpose is for profit. But in our sector that makes it more interesting, but doesn't mean those vehicles aren't really valid. And so right at the moment, for example, I'm working with some companies, one that's going to be taken over by a much bigger organisation with a commitment of tens of millions of dollars to take it over and to grow it. I'm working with an organisation that's a small organics business that's just raising from its members a couple of $100,000 to take on a new for-profit part of their business. I'm working with an organisation that works with people with dyslexia to see if they can't work with an app developer to create some kind of groovy tool that allows people in the pub to engage with what's dyslexia, and maybe I have a bit, maybe I don't, and if I do, then where do I go and what do I do about that? Or maybe my kids do, I'm going to take it home and play it with them. So really about purpose, but actually in a way that could touch far greater numbers than they used to and drive resources and business to their for-purpose part of it. So, there's things that we can consider like mergers, takeovers. We can consider partnerships, for-profit partnerships with other players that bring lots of resources. As organizations that are for-purpose, we have real value, experience, IP, history, staff, knowledge that actually is worth something. And often we just keep holding on to it and go and ask if somebody will give us a bit so that we can keep going, rather than saying to ourselves, okay, what is it that we have? Who else can use that, play with us, develop, that allows us to create new ways of meeting our purpose that may be much more financially easy, and also may play with people that in the past that we haven't played that open us up to achieving greater results. So it's not a conversation that's had often. It's a conversation that I think as boards we should be having more often, and I'm looking forward to having that conversation with you down in New Zealand. Thanks.